What shift am I see? If na so you know how to talk, what shift am make I see? What shift am I see? I dey tell you before. I tell you before you break my heart. The end where I get the come out. I don't say the come I disturb you.
Before we move further, I need to quickly appreciate viewers across the globe. Really appreciate you. Say thank you so much. Join our sister channel, Plus, sister channel, Plus. Please. It's another brief edition of your program, my program, everyone's program, by standards at Newsstands on Flip TV, your number one super review program. We are right here at Urban Newsstand and all the way from Urban Newsstand to the world. Lagos State, Nigeria. We are saying good morning to esteemed viewers across the globe. You can also watch us on our sister channel, Flip TV Plus. You can share, like, and comment on our videos. Please make sure you share these videos. Tell your friends and families that Bystanders at Newsstands with Michael at Adekunle is back and better. All right, we have the Punch newspaper, we have the Vanguard newspaper, we have This Day newspaper, The Nation, and the Sport newspaper right here with me at the newsstand. Kudos to the CEO of Flip TV, Abiodun Kukoluyi. Really appreciate you for making sure this program goes on air every day. All right, the Punch newspaper was the Punch saying this morning at the newsstand, very, very important one here. Of course, there have been knocks. Kudos to the president as regards to the minister's portfolio he released yesterday. Now, quickly to what we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. The Punch headline here, we'll be reading it out. Ministerial portfolios, oil, workers demand results as Tinubu heads Petroleum Ministry. Wow. Oil workers demand results as Tinubu heads Petroleum Ministry. Umar clinches works, Bagudu budgets, Wike FCT, Oyetola Transport inauguration for Monday. Manufacturers set agenda for industry minister. NECA says portfolios based on track records. Like I said previously, that there have been knocks and kudos as regards to the release of these portfolios by the president of the country, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Quickly to the pictures we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. We have Umai's picture here. We have Wike as the former governor of Rivers State, Umai, the former governor of Ebonyi State. Right here on the front page of the Punch newspaper, we have Edun, we have Pat, we have Adelabu, Badaru, Lalong, Edu. All right, quickly to other papers right here at the newsstand. Of course, like I told you earlier on, we have different papers. Thank you so much, David. We have different papers right here. This morning, I'll be reading their stories to you accordingly. All right. Wike Umai Edun gets FCT Works Finance Ministries. The front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Very, very important one here. Wike Umai Edun gets FCT Works Finance Ministries. No minister assigned to Niger Delta Affairs Ministry. North West has 10 ministers. North Central 8. South West has 9. Northeast has 7. Kaduna North represented. South has 5 senior ministers and 2 ministers of state. Southeast has 4 senior ministers and 1 minister of state. It's going to be hot today. on this edition of Bystanders at News 10. Quickly to another story, still on same page. Talking about the Vanguard newspaper, Nigeria appreciates as NNPCL boosts forex supply with $3 billion loan. This is the newspaper. I hope David is displaying it right on the screen for the viewers to see what is currently going on in Nigeria. All right, forex crisis. We must export, else things will not get better, says Obaseki, that's the governor of Edo State. On forex, we must export, else things will not get better, says Obaseki. Tinubu, Jonathan, Mark, Ogbea, Bago, Obaseki rejoice with Babangida on its second birthday. That's the former military president. Yeah, we have diverse dignitaries wishing him well on his birthday. Tinubu assigns portfolios to 45 minister designates ahead of Monday swearing in. And on sports, what do we have here? On sport, Citizens lift Super Cup. Citizens lift Super Cup. That's the victory of Man City yesterday. That was an interesting match. Did you watch the match, David? Okay, you didn't watch the match. All right, Salah gives green light to Saudi Arabia approach. Salah gives green light to Saudi Arabia approach. Lioness roar to victory. Lioness roar to victory. Celebrations commence as England beats Australia 3-1 to reach first ever Women's Cup final. All right, these are the stories we have on the front pages of these newspapers. We have our reviewers set to express their views concerning what is going on in the country. All right, you can join us right now.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Thank God
morning.
for another day.
Wow, it's another day?
Yeah, we thank God for life. And good morning, the good people watching us there. Keep doing the good thing you know how to do best.
Yes, keep doing the good things you know how to do best. Our viewers across the globe. And we are saying good morning to you once more. You're welcome on board your number one program, Bystanders at News 10. All right, we have Chief OJ Okwadi. A very good Thursday morning, folks, watching live from Sydney, Australia.
Forest continent. That's the forest continent indeed.
Forest continent.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's New Zealand, Australia.
Can you move your leg a bit?
Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah,
much,
yeah.
Kunle. I'm just saying good morning to you from here as well. We have Precious Ikedi saying good morning, everybody. And we are also saying good morning to you. Frank Ibe, good morning, everyone. And we are saying good morning to you as well, all the way from Flip TV. Now, Kunle,
Yeah.
there have been nods, kudos, as regards the release of
The ministerial
ministerial
list.
portfolios,
Yeah.
minister's portfolio by the president of the country, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Some said it's an assembly of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, what do we expect from this administration? There have been knocks that the president didn't get the best hands into his cabinet. Kule, I want you to do justice to it.
Can you, okay, let me just start with, can you ever satisfy human being? You can't satisfy human being. That list I'm seeing, I'll still give that list like 60-70%, right? Because why, you can easily ask me, why am I saying this? Because you look at the technocrats among them, you know, somebody like Bosun Tijani, somebody like, what's it called, this man in the, one of this man from the north, a technocrat likewise. There are a lot of technocrats, let me just say. Then look at Umai as well. Umai is, yeah, when you are talking of the most performing governor in the whole Nigeria, at least you still have to beam your radar on Umai. But our people here, they always carry sentiments. They always carry anything you do, they have to criticize it. So if people like that can criticize their government, I'm sure they can criticize God likewise. And they have started that already, criticizing humanity, you know, defaming humanity. So such people, you don't need to listen to them because they call them Ariwaja. That's market noise. So to me, that list is as perfect as, because you look at the technocrats that were in that ministerial, candidates. What's it called, list. Me, I'm very, very okay that they are capable to turn Nigeria, and it's cut across the board, right? And when you look at Wale Edu too, Wale Edu has been an erudite economist, erudite accountant that turns things around. He has worked with a lot of global institutions and is bringing that expertise back home to help the nation. But Nigerians, some deformed Nigerians, some never do well Nigerian, some never thinking well Nigeria, don't want this country to move forward. They want this country to break by all force. And this country will never break with all this their fallacy, with all this their propagandas, with all this their hatred for the country. The country will still stand. Because the same Nigeria that gave birth to you and you are now turning around it, we all destroy this country regionally. We all destroy this country, and we have to fix this country, together. And again, those two guys in court now, Atiku and Obi, they should, tread softly, right? The incitement to their, with their followership, the form supporters, blind supporters, is causing a lot of, damages in this country now. Look at all eyes on judiciary. This same judiciary you did not believe in, you went on, you are harassing the Chief Justice of the Federation, Arowola, that he has collected bribe. He was in London. Meanwhile, that guy was in Nigeria here, in Abuja, having treatments, right?
Just like they said, you collected bribe from
that is, what kind of, when you look at these people around you, you now ask, are they worth living with? Are they worth, staying with? Because in the country, when we were growing up, I was telling one yesterday, that the other guy that was, I said, come, I know your terrain. You cannot come here and start, saying what it is. Charity begins at home. Go and take care of your charity at home before coming down to you. Because my wife served in Benin. I always frequent Benin. My wife served in Ekpon. Ekpon is under like Igwebe axis, Agbo, you go through Agbo roundabout. And I always frequent there. I say, I know you more than you're presenting yourself. So I think there has to be real NOA. I don't know where that institution that is called NOA, National Orientation Agency, they need to bring it back to reorientate all these deformed citizens, because the problem now is there's crisis on the ground now. A lot of them are deformed. A lot of them are just throwing out hatred, speech out, and which degenerated into crisis if you don't take time, if you don't manage it well. So that's just my bit of advice. The citizens are lost, all of them are frustrated. I think they need psychiatric doctors now to employ a lot of psychiatric people to check majority of this youth, so-called youth.
Now, back to the minister's portfolio. Yeah. Social media has been abuzz since the Senate unveiled the portfolio of these ministers. And the question raised as regards the portfolio given to Keyamo, Festus Keyamo, Minister of Aviation. People are saying that what is a senior advocate of Nigeria looking for in the ministry of in the aviation sector. What do you have to say concerning that?
You see, if you are endowed with knowledge, there is no ministry you cannot, there is no position given to you that you will not be able to handle well. Let's even start from the Western president. Obama was a lawyer, but he could be able to come and administer the economy of America well, right? And same thing as look at Trump. Trump was just a businessman. I can't tell me that he has any, economic, education or economic instincts. He came in and he tried his best. He put America on the ship. Likewise, Biden. So it's not all about you being Minister for Aviation. You remember we had Minister for Aviation one time, and our planes, our aircraft was falling down the sky. So it's not all about. It's about skill, ability. it's about skill. And I see what's it called, Keyamo. Keyamo is bold, is truthful. He always lay the truth on the table because he has been an activist, right? Those are the activists we knew then that paid here for, the sacrifice, of the democracy. They are the real, when you're talking of activists, because this same Keyamo, that when he was fighting the wrongs of the people, he was putting in underground cells by Obasanjo regime then. So to me, he has seen and he knows where the weaknesses of average Nigerians are. It's not about, you see that aviation, industry so corrupt. It's like money making, a department. You go and take it. Look at the one, the past. Yeah, he has to put his man that can be strong and bold enough to put a stamp on it, to put his leg on the on ground that nothing like corruption will ever go on again. And it's, you see, there's no department that they assign to you. That's because once you have a working team that will be loyal, that will be competent, right, and that will be corrupt. I mean, you go to get those places fixed up. We've seen engineers that man, some ministry that does not even relate with them. It's all about intelligence and, what's it called? Cleanliness. You come, because if you want to come for equity, you have to come with a clean hand. So he has seen those guys that they still have a clean hand. They can, protect the, existence of that institution to be, to be in good.
Now let's move to another person. Former River State Governor
Wike.
Yes, Wike. Yeah. Now Minister of the FCT, Federal Capital Territory.
Yeah.
I thought Wike would have been given Minister for Works, or probably for Power.
It's as good as Minister for Works because
because it's artistic.
Look, just look at Abuja now. It wasn't the way El-Rufai left Abuja. The Abuja is now. The real master plan of the Abuja is not being followed, right? There are a lot of builders, intruding buildings that have spring up in that Abuja. Now with Wike, predecessors, of this, what's it called, the Federal Capital City, he did nothing, right? We've never even heard much of him. It was just a tax collector collecting, but there was no development. The last development we had in Abuja was under El-Rufai. El-Rufai even bulldozed his uncle's house in Abuja. It destroys a lot of houses. Once you don't have, good, certificate, what's it called, good documents to back your, building up, it will destroy it. It doesn't want to know. Yes, that is how, a true leader should. That's the trend a true leader should follow. Because if you are my brother, I don't have to be more, tribal issue. That is my brother. Let's exempt him. If my brother remove sentiment. If your brother do wrong, treat the fuck up with him, so that it will be a good deterrent to others. So to Wike, and mind you, it has been almost 40 or 30 something years that the Southerners has occupied that post, right? And it deemed it fit, Tinubu deemed it fit to look for a competent hand that can rule, that can control that FCT. Give it to Wike. Wike, likewise, you pick Umai, you pick Wike, right? Talk of infrastructure governors. Talk of Wike, talk of Umai. Those two governors, give it to them. And Lagos, generally, because there are relevant projects that are going on in Lagos. You give kudos to Lagos, likewise. But all others have not seen anything, tangible they can put on the table that they've done. So to me, Wike is as good as perfect for that position.
Are these good ends from Tinubu?
As what?
Are these good ends from the president?
Yeah, good ends like how?
Are these the best ends?
Yes.
We should be seeing
in
we can't see cabinet.
Yeah, we can't see best of them all like the one he's presenting now. Because Asiwaju, mind you, is a technocrat too. No matter what anybody may say, people like Atiku that are supposed to have retired and leave politics for his children, I don't, and it's just fruitless. I mean, fruitless allegation just making a run. Atiku himself was banned from entering America. Once, I don't know whether you still remember the Lipoti case, that a senator in America was jailed because he entertained Atiku into his apartment, and immediately he left. Atiku left his apartment. The FBI came in and they busted the guy, and they now linked, you know, the same corruption of Ali Botin to that guy that he collected some bribe. And when they opened his fridge, they searched everywhere. They could not see anything. They opened his fridge. They see stacks of dollars, mint dollars. So I think the kind of leaders he's supposed to be looking at, or is it the other one that went to hide the more money that he's supposed to use to repair his estates in Panama, right? You are hiding money in Panama while your people are suffering at home. You know, Pandora accounts, $10 million. What kind of citizen we have here that they are just blind to the truth? So is that one I will call a messiah?
Only the president now heads the petroleum industry.
It's been the norm. It's not really good. It's not. I have to condemn that because the one that beheaded the what was the result we get? Yes, we have Obasanjo. We have Obasanjo there. Obasanjo too was minister for petroleum one time before he now. It was only Jonathan that did not plow that route. Yeah, that did not plow that route. Yes, that did not plow that route. But all others, successive governor, you know, they have been taking charge of that juicy ministry.
Does it mean they have a special interest in that sector?
If Tinubu is coming in now, he has an experience in oil industry. Mind you, he works with ExxonMobil, right? He was once an ExxonMobil staff, right? So, and he has a free rapport. He has a good rapport with all those management of those companies. So to me, it will be more easier. It's better than bringing a novice that did not even know anything about oil sector to Obasanjo does not know anything about oil sector. He became, you know, minister for petroleum, quote and unquote. While he came in, everything messed up under him, right? So to me,
even if he headed it in the military regime.
Yeah, even in the military regime too. He did it during the military, and he did that under Abacha too, Petroleum Trust Fund. You know, he assisted Abacha on Petroleum Trust Fund, right? Which there was still questions to be answered from him. So to me, give this man a chance because he has been in the petroleum industry before, so he know in and out of the system. So he's not a newcomer. He's not a new guy on the game. So
now quickly to sports. Did you watch the game between Sevilla. Man City and Sevilla?
Yeah. You know, Man City has always been a good club in the sense that to much who is given, much is expected. Right? It's a club that Sevilla. It's a club that the owners, the talk of this Arab guys, they have been pumping money on and they have been buying best of the best players, right? When you look at their squad alone, their reserve alone can take up any team, any other team in Premiership and still deliver. So to me, it depends on what do you put on the table to make the table look good. So they've invested a lot of money, as I'm talking of I think they are the Abu Dhabi guys too. They are Abu Dhabi, they are Dubai boys, Emirates that went to buy. You know, some of them click into one club. Again, that's they want PSD. They want PSD. They own what's it called, Man City. So good money, good product. Good money, good league. Good money, good glory.
Outstanding results.
Outstanding results, actually. So I give it to Man City. Nevertheless, I'm Arsenal, right? But I give it to Man City.
You have a problem.
I'm Arsenal. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Arsenal, pride of London, right? Pride of London.
Now sit down. Man, we are winning trophy this season.
What will you say about the game, yesterday's game? Man City defeating Sevilla.
No, I love what Man City did, but Guardiola should go back and look at whatever he has done wrong because I don't see Man City going as far this season. saw De Bruyne was not there, everything showed up. David Silva was not there, everything showed up. So they need more vitality, in that midfield because you can look at it very well that Foden is not more the Foden we used to know. Foden have just, let me use this word, he had depreciated to a very high level that you can't even tell yourself that this is Foden anymore. Even De Bruyne is out for 4 months. And David Silva is also, I think he's sick or something like that. And thank God he have committed himself to Man City. I think he have signed another contract. So the game, it was a very, very nice game, but it's also a wake-up call for Man City to know that what they saw last season is not what they're going to experience this season because a lot of teams and clubs are coming up now.
Now, quickly to politics, back to what we have on ground. Now, were the selections made by the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, based on pedigree and antecedents of these ministers?
Good morning, all our viewers all over the world. Good morning, all men wey sabi. I greet you all. Yes.
I said, were the selections
the selection
made by the president?
Yes, the selection to me, somebody like Dave Omai, I think is one of the best position that have been given to as in terms of all these portfolio that has been given to most of these ministerial members or leads or candidates. To me, Dave Omai happens to be one of the best. Why? Because when you look at what he has achieved in the southeast, to me, Dave Omai still remains one of the best governors. Forget the fact that let's forget about politics aside. When you go to Southeast, a place like Ebonyi State, you find out that Ebonyi State has been turned to something else. So thank God, being an engineer he was, Dave Omai happens to be one of the governors that will give you work, and at the same time he will be there monitoring you, moving in from one side to another, just to monitor you and monitor whatever you do and whatever you do, as in how you spent the money that has been given to you. As in, I am not from Ebonyi State, but I'm telling you exactly what really happened. To me, Dave Omai happens to be one of the best, one of the best portfolio. One of the best portfolio has been given to somebody like Dave Omai, being the Minister of Works, because he's an engineer and he knows somebody that, if you go to Ebonyi State today, Ebonyi State in those days, like some years back, about 8 to 9 years ago, if you ask anybody that's from Ebonyi State, I'm from Imo State, but if you ask anybody that's from Ebonyi State, he would tell you that Ebonyi State is nothing but like, a street of, people. I don't know how to put it. Even their road is more or less like the way you see most of the streets. Are you getting me? But today, they can boast of one of the best roads. Are you getting me? They can boast of one of the best roads, even flyovers. Are you getting me? So to me, the Minister of Works is on the right side. Then come to FCT, being the man I call the talkative, he talks too much. Wike, I respect him a lot, but one thing that kills Wike is that he talks too much. Sometimes he talks out of point. He talks when he's not supposed to talk. Are you getting me?
But does he deserve that portfolio?
Yeah, yes.
FCT minister.
Well, if you look at his the pedigree, whatever he has achieved in River State, Wike have done well. Honestly speaking, let's forget about the fact. Let's forget about sentiment aside, and let's move on with what is right for us. Wike he has tried in River State. Are you getting me? So, but now it's going to be a different ballroom dance, and he's going to bring it down to a place like FCT, who we are expecting to see that the achievement in FCT is going to be as good as the one he has achieved in River State. Yes, I am very, very much happy that Wike has been given a lot of persons or individuals will be asking that what stopped Wike from giving, what stopped Tinubu from giving him a Minister of Petroleum, power, all those things. Yeah. But I think everything is suits him too, FCT. Let's see how he developed FCT because he have developed rivers. Are you getting me? But the other portfolio that was given to Osun State Governor, former Osun State Governor, that is the one I beat my chest.
Transportation, right?
Transportation, to me, that is a wrong one because this is somebody that Oyetola was the one, I think was the former governor, and he contested with a particular man and he failed. Adeleke. That is to tell you that the achievement, whatever he has achieved in his state is nothing but a total failure. But we are talking about a federal level. You have just decided to give him a minister of transport. It's a wrong move. Let it not be. I'm looking at it in my own dimension as it's nothing but a kind of political compensation. But I don't look at that former governor being the right person for that particular post because I think it's a wrong move or whatever.
What of like Festus Keyamo, aviation minister?
The aviation minister.
There have been questions raised about Keyamo.
My brother, even me, I have been asking myself such questions. You have a lot of expatriates from different academic fields and in ways, people that knows much more about aviation. Now,
why taking a lawyer, right?
Why taking a lawyer? Even what happens to most of these people that schooled from the School of Aviation that knows what aviation sectors talks about on a daily basis? Why taking a lawyer? Why taking somebody that does not know not anything about aviation? Are we in a kind of government that's very wrong appointment? Are we in a kind of government that's a kind of friendship? Or a kind of government that's in terms of a political compensation, I'll compensate you for supporting me? So to me, these two you have seen, the Minister of Transportation, the Minister of Aviation, to me is nothing but a total wrong and a total failure and a wrong appointment. Because we have a lot of individuals and personality that you're supposed to bring in place of most of those people. I am not saying that they are not good. They are capable hands. Even the Mr. President himself, I've just decided to attach himself as a Minister of Petroleum. That's another thing. Keep on asking yourself.
Just like the then president.
Yes, even as that, somebody could just said he respects him because he's a technocrat. But what is the meaning of technocrat? If you cannot even respect people that graduated, that knows what PCE is all about, petrochemical engineering is all about. We have a lot of people with petrochemical engineering skills, PhD holders, a lot of politicians that read petrochemical engineering that decided to join politics. What happened to those people? These are expatriates that you are supposed to bring in. Give them that particular post. If you are telling me that it's a technocrat, meaning that whatever that Buhari have done is whatever that is what Tinubu is, the step that Tinubu is taking as in his predecessor have just done that. You are the president, being the president of Nigeria and one of the most popular nations in Africa, and one of the most sensitive positions we have in Africa, being the president of Nigeria. What stops you? Why not go in and focus your attention on becoming the president of Nigeria? No, we fully the fact that there's a lot of things that you need to put in place as the president of this country. And aside from that, you decided to attach yourself with nothing but one of the, to me, you see, Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria, Minister of Finance, and a few ministers, the few portfolio you have in Nigeria. These are one of the most sensitive posts we have in Nigeria. Are you the only way? Tinubu, you want to tell us that you are the most honest person to ascertain or to go into that particular post? It's a wrong move, my dear. A lot of people you have brought into your cabinet, they are nothing but going to spell doom to your world, your political ambition. So I know and I believe fully well that the appointment of former Osun State Governor, to me, I don't know about others, that's my total opinion, is nothing but a wrong move and idea. The man that was given the Minister of Aviation, we have a lot of people from the aviation industry. We have a lot of expatriates, people that knows what aviation is talking about on a daily basis. A few weeks ago, there was a little plane that just fell down at. When you look at it, somebody who said, as somebody that knows much more about aviation industry, you don't just move in immediately as one of the rules and regulations governing aviation industry. You don't just move in immediately and start capturing whatever that you have seen and start posting it or saying this is what happened, this is the reason, this is this and that.
That's
but
for investigation.
Do you think the same person we have, they are only there to eat their personal national cake? But believe in me, he knows nothing about aviation. He's going to appoint somebody that knows about aviation himself. Being the minister himself, he's going to bring in somebody that knows more about aviation to help him in terms of attaching him, putting him through on what aviation is all about, on how to go in about aviation. But that is not the kind of government we are hoping and expecting to run in. These people, they are nothing but indirectly telling you that most of the field and academic level and academic things and profession we are taking in life is nothing but total waste. You cannot go in and study petrochemical engineering and somebody cannot even recognize you as a petrochemical engineering as an appoint you as one of the petrochemical engineering student, as a worker. That Tinubu was a member. Somebody was telling me that Tinubu was he was one of the oil sectors then. It's not a yardstick for you to start measuring. That you are a marketer in a banker doesn't give you the right that tomorrow you're going to become the bank manager. There are some steps that you must have to take. There's difference between being a marketer and being a banker.
Yeah, just like what someone is saying, Dave Umai remains one of the best appointments so far. Umai's appointment remains one of the best. Says Mechi Nwachukwu. I think you said it.
Thank you. Yes.
Umai did a very great job.
I am from Imo State. Honestly speaking, and I can boast, I can tell you that till today, if you go to a place like Abia State, I think the total network there is very, very poor. You get me, even in my state, being Imo State, it's very, very poor. But when you go to a place like Ebonyi State, you find out that this man really and actually worked. You see, Ebonyi State have never for once known that in life they're going to experience what you call flyover. But if you go to a place like all those places, you have a total flyover. The people are enjoying. My mother hails from Ebonyi State. I'm not saying this simply because I want to praise them. I'm supposed to be praising my own state. If they are doing well, if they are not doing well, I should be praising my state. Are you getting me? But in a situation whereby I have to backline from salt and tell you the gospel truth, this man to me, the Minister of Transportation, the Minister of Works and Housing, right, is nothing but in a total good and safe hands, being there for mine. But when you talk about the others, I don't think it's actually in the right move. That is the wrong thing we are talking about. Tinubu, you are now bringing on the wrong. You are not trying to bring in the wrong personalities and individuals into your cabinet, and it's going to spare doom if you are not careful.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Very brilliant work from you. Thank you so much, Charles. I appreciate you. Good morning, David. Is it David Mayo or David Samson?
Good morning to you, Mr. Christian Chokuli. Mr.
Michael.
No, it's been a while. From Public House, I had to mix that up. Good morning to you.
How are you doing?
Actually looking good too.
And you too. You're looking fresh.
But I don't look fresh.
What's happening?
Fresh just wow.
Ready? What's happening?
Nothing they do Nigerian man and money na sapa. Sapa don't day now. Pressure don't day. I tell you last.
Don't worry. The pressure will soon be over. Now you have your ministers, very, very brilliant one, intelligent ministers, and a very, very good mood, by the president, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I noticed few women among these nominees, which I think this present day administration needs to consider. Women should be allowed to rule in the country. They should be allowed to hold certain positions in the country. Don't you see it that way?
That is a very good work on development because it will give room for gender equality. So women will have more roles to take up in the space of national building. Without mixing words, I want to say the president have done so well to appoint few ladies. And one thing I will fault him is that the Minister of Humanitarian and Poverty Alleviation, she's a medical doctor. Why not appoint her into the Ministry of Health? Why giving her a different portfolio? A career. She was the Minister of Commissioner. She was the Commissioner of Health in in Cross River State, Calabar. And now she's a trained medical practitioner, a trained medical doctor. Why don't you assign that portfolio to her? Why give her a different ministry that she knows nothing about? And before the time, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised us more technocrats who make up his list. But what we are seeing is just a compensation list. What I am seeing is just a compensation list to compensate those that rigged the election on his behalf.
That is the election on his behalf?
Yes, people that rigged from the different polling units to the ward level, to the collector center, to the state level. I'm surprised. Despite the whole noise, Wike has been chanting. Iye neighbor Monday, iye neighbor on Tuesday, iye neighbor on Wednesday, iye neighbor on Thursday. That power must come to South. 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 Wike even told us on the national TV that he will not, even, he cannot become a presidential vice candidate to Atiku. And now the same man that said he cannot accept the role of a vice president is now accepting the role of a FCT, not just a minister, FCT. A minister role. That ministry is so useless. There's nothing in that ministry. If he had been given, I felt Wike would have been given the minister of transportation, works, or budget and then national planning. But Wike, despite the gaga, Tinubu had to relegate him to what FCT minister. What is FCT minister?
Don't you know there's a strategy?
To do what? FCT minister is just
a plan ongoing that we don't know.
What's the plan? FCT minister is just like when you score, when you graduate with pass in your university grade, let people go. That is it. FCT minister is not minister. FCT minister is not minister. It's just compensation because we can reach River State for Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let us compensate him.
But RFI once occupied that position. He was occupied that position.
RFI once occupied. Now, can RFI, despite with his current position, can he occupy some position again? A two-time governor. He was a one-time minister of state of education. Not just Wike was a powerful governor in his tenure. Now, while Amechi was a governor too, he was the DJ of campaign of who? Of Buhari. Buhari compensated him with one juicy office, gave him Minister of Works. Other Minister of Works, you know how juicy that office is. 2 ministries are very juicy. 3, you have Minister of NNPC, Minister of Petroleum, which our president is not heading because he will catch out. That office is the office of Yahoo. You will always cash out. Buhari headed it for good 8 years. Buhari has cash out. Tinubu is not heading that ministry now. Tinubu too will not cash out. Ministry of Finance too, or coordinating minister of the economy. That secondly again. Anybody that has that ministry is a very lucrative ministry. Third is the Ministry of Transportation. Want to buy railway, want to buy train, even if the train are not working. Want to buy gauge, even if you go to China, import old train, nobody will know.
Is Oyetola fit for that? For that position?
Tinubu gave him that office because he lost election. Because he spent a lot. And don't forget, Oyetola and Tinubu, they are cousins. They are related. And secondly, again, is the Ministry of Works, which Umahi is the only one I see in that list that is competent for that position. Because while he was the governor of Ebonyi State, he did so wonderfully well in terms of infrastructure. Go to Ebonyi State. In the whole of Southeast, there is no state that has good roads compared to Ebonyi State. In the whole of Southeast region, while he was the governor. So that office, kudos to Bola Ahmed Tinubu for giving me that position. But aside the rest, nobody again. Now, Mr. Kule was saying, Wale Adu. What was Wale Adu profile in this Lagos? We all know the accident of
Wale Adu, right?
Yes, of Wale Adu when he siphoned money in this Lagos state.
Then one of the minister for solid minerals,
Dele
Alake.
I thought
was Dele Alake looking? That's what people are saying. Was Dele Alake?
I thought Dele Alake will be giving the Ministry of Communication and then information. Tinubu is just probably because there is don't forget now there is money there. Those that are very loyal to him, he gives them key position because now the Minister of Mining and then Solid Minister, people we have foreign foreigners that will come and mine our gold and then our mineral resources. So it's giving those who are very loyal to him key positions. Because there's nothing in a communication information. What is there? Just pick up the mic and start telling people and then lie. So that is it. Because I feel the president, why would the president head Ministry of Petroleum? We saw the one Buhari headed for good 8 years. There is no significant change. There is no change in it. I think expatriates. He said he wants to bring on board technocrats. Only technocrat I see is just one. Is the Minister of Digital Communication, Bosu, that young guy. The rest are politicians. These are people that want to pilot affairs of different ministries. Imagine appointing the former governor of Plateau State, Solomon Lalong, as the Minister of Labour. Lalong that could not even mediate in labour crisis in the state. Salary, he won't work as salary for good 4 years.
And people are still talking about Matawale.
Matawale, that appointment is just needless.
So as someone that couldn't tame insecurity.
That appointment, because
couldn't overcome.
Why should there be
insurgency?
Why should there be Minister of State for defense when you have a Minister of State? What is Minister of State doing? You have two portfolio. You gave out minister and then you have assistant minister. Which one is as assistant minister again? Look at the list. It's just, and after Tinubu will say the poor masses on the streets should bear the cost of governance. Why don't you cost? Why can't the government cut cost of governance? Stop telling the average man on the street to bear the cost when the government is not willing.
Now let's quickly move down to the comment section, and we have Taiwo Odunade saying, "Good morning, David. It's great to see you again."
Mr. Taiwo, how far now? You promised me say Sakpa don dey. I never see your hand. Ongi won't kill me for this country. Taiwo.
Okay, we have another one. You don't know, something like that. That's his name. Tinubu knows Wike will not be able to betray him as FCT minister because the office has no level.
Yes.
No matter what Wike does,
exactly.
He can never be trusted 100%.
Very well.
By APC.
And
you made us statement. You said that office is just a useless office.
See, loyalty matters in politics. That's what we call political patronage. There's a course code I did in school. That's when it comes to that level. Those who are very loyal to you is what you give GC office.
Key one.
Wike that can fight Amechi. Amechi brought him to power. Amechi made him who he was today. When it comes to national politics, Amechi made him. But see, what did he do? He had to betray Amechi. For Wike to betray his party Atiku, don't be surprised. He can come tomorrow and then betray APC. So that's why I thought he was very smart not to give him any key position. But what I want to say is that government should start telling an average person on the street to cut cost we should start bearing the pain. We cannot always bear the pain every time. Tinubu have over bloated ministerial list, 14 ministerial lists. It is too much. At this time, when the same man, look at point, when he went to borrow how much? $1 billion of dollars.
$3 billion.
Yes, just to say he wants to crash price of Forex. You don't need money to crash Forex. These are simple analysis. What you need to build the industry, let us start exporting. Dollars will crash. Now, do you know the implication of do you know the implication attached to borrowing? Our dollar
will be indebted the more.
You indebted one, and then our naira would not be devalued the more again. And then you claim you want to crash dollar. You don't need to say how to tell you. Why don't you channel this? Look at read this to the viewers. Let's read this to the viewers. Let them see. Read this to the viewers. Read this to the viewers.
Naira appreciates.
No, this.
Which one? Okay. 63.84 trillion naira Nigerian crude oil was stolen in the last decade.
10 years ago. If this money was 68 for how much?
63.84
trillion of crude oil was stolen. If that money was being injected into economy, Nigerians if that money was injected, Nigerians would be living happy. If that money was even used to repair our refinery, a pot of liter now will not be sold in this amount. Government need to wake up.
All right, David.
Government need to wake up, yes.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Let's have Mr. Matthew. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle.
Welcome, Mr. Matthew Oluku.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle.
Good to have you on board again.
Good morning.
Now, the President, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, have created more ministries, which Nigerians are seriously complaining that it shouldn't be. Now, have you ever thought of the implications of creating and splitting more ministries, splitting ministry to have more ministries? I'm talking about the financial implication. Have you ever thought of it?
It's not just whether I've thought about it, because even at the time this government came on board, from their body language, we felt they were going to look into Orasaye reports. And what Orasaye reports sought to do is to stream down, cut down the cost of governance. Agencies and parastatals, ministries that are doing the same thing, bring them together. But what we are seeing is merely, even if as he tried to bring some together, he bloated it. I think, like some people will say some quarters, that what we have is a compensation list rather than a ministerial list. Because look as if he want to accommodate more politicians, who some people will normally call foot soldiers. Understandably, they are the ones that will be needed during an national campaign to mobilize votes, to go to the field, to reach out to electors and all that. But I think beyond that, this is a serious time of governance that should have called for these technocrats, rank per and rank move, to deliver on the mandate.
Did you in any way expect this from Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, considering his leadership style, leadership quality, processes?
If you are looking at his leadership style, he ruled by subjugation. He subjugated the people, and that's what he did in Lagos State. And that was explain the reason Lagosians rejected him in that election. You cannot take away the fact that Lagos residents rejected him, because they are not comfortable with style of leadership. And if you elevate that at the national level, I want to tell you that after 4 years, Nigerians will reject him. But looking at whether I envisage what happened, it's not unexpected that he's going to appoint his political sources. Because as a man who rose through the ranks to the position of governor and became the national leader of APC, you would have known that he would have worked with some people as he was rising before he got to that position. So definitely, there's no he would not have compensated some people. And if you look at the lives of Fashola, the reason he may not have appointed the lives of Fashola is not because Fashola is not competent, because he may feel that Fashola is one of the boys he groomed, that Fashola would have gotten enough, that some other of his boys may not have gotten anything. I'm talking about Alake, Aidun, and all that, who may not have been as lucky and privileged as Fashola, because I understand that Fashola was his chief of staff and later became the governor of Lagos State. He later became a minister under Buhari for 2 consecutive administration. So you may feel that even if Fashola is competent, that he may have gotten enough, that he has some other boys who he may not have compensated. So holistically look at the positions that have been given out to the nominees. I think the one that stands out is Dave Umahi.
Now, some said when you look at it critically, it's nothing but political compensations.
To Dave Umahi?
No, not Dave Umahi.
No, I was speaking about Dave Umahi as a person.
Okay, it's not concluded.
No, I said the one for me.
For you?
Yes.
Yeah,
the one that stands out is Dave Umahi. Well, one, he's from engineering background.
Okay.
And 2, he has a record of performance as a state government in terms of infrastructure. So to that extent, I think giving him the Ministry of Wars is a rank pair in a rank room.
Now, so I said, like I said before.
It's like if you are to bring in somebody like Ambode and give him a portfolio that has to do with infrastructure development, I'll be happy about it. Because these are people who have proved that they have passion for infrastructure development. If you bring out someone like Wike, give him such ministry, I would like it. But I don't like Wike's style of politics. But in terms of performance as a governor, infrastructural wise, he performed. But apart from that, I don't think I've seen any other person who I may say is a rank pair in a rank.
More of Festus Keyamo.
Keyamo Aviation. I understand he's a lawyer, a senior one for that matter. So I do not understand his business. I understand work of ministries and minister is many administrative. You have the permanent secretaries, the civil servants who do all the job, but one should have an insight of what you want to do.
Now, Matthew, let's quickly check out this. It's on the front page of the Vanguard. No minister assigned to Niger Delta Affairs Ministry. North-West has 10 ministers, North Central 8, Southwest has 9, North-East has 7, Kaduna North represented. Is there any reason for that? South has 5 senior ministers and 2 ministers of state. Southeast has 4 senior ministers and 1 minister of state. It seems the southeastern region is kind of exempted, not that exempted, partially out of this.
What the constitution say expressly is ministerial position, one ministerial position at least to one state. So I think what the president merely did is just to satisfy the constitutional provision. When it comes to discretion, he didn't consider them. He only gave them the constitutional provision, what the constitution provides.
Is it inclusive enough?
For me, it's not.
Not inclusive enough.
It's not. He would have been magnanimous enough to give them additional 1 or 2. Because we have looking at the southwest here, having 9, the northwest is it now 8 or so, then the north central is having 7, and south having 7, and southeast having 5. For me, it's not fair enough.
Now, David just talked about Nigeria, government borrowing money to pushing one effect or the other. Now, Naira appreciates as an NNPC helps forex supply with $3 billion loan. Now, we just talked about borrowing loans to solve certain issues in the country that it is not right. Now, do you go in line with what he said?
What the government have just done is cosmetic approach. It's cosmetic because debt management office have told us that we are currently having crisis in the economy. Our debt to GDP is 73.5%. What it means is we are using almost 73.5% of our earning to service loan. So our debt to revenue, I mean to say. So for me, it exposes the economy to more volatility. What you do as a country, if you want to earn foreign exchange, you produce to earn export to earn foreign exchange. Under precarious situation we find ourselves, hence we have removed subsidy. What you need to do urgently is to use the money you are freeing from revenue removal on gasoline, fuel, diversify it into production, agriculture, improve on power generation, distribution and transmission, improve on, invest heavily in wheat cultivation, start to bring back our flour rolling mills back on stream, invest heavily in cotton cultivation, bring back our textile companies back on stream, then start producing to export, earn foreign exchange and crash your dollar. You don't, how do I say? You don't borrow to crash your dollar, though it will crash dollar, but you are exposing your economy to more volatility because you are making your economy weaker. Because at the end of the day, your debt to GDP will increase. And at the end of the day, you'll be spending more of your earning to service loan. So for me, though it is going to give immediate result, but it's cosmetic. The government should, as a matter of urgency, invest heavily to diversify the economy. Who say our stick cannot work? They should look into other area. rather than borrowing 3 billion, US dollar to crash Naira in our economy.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew. Raphael, before we get you on board, let's quickly go to the. Okay, let's read out the advert we have here. I don't know if David has displayed it on the screen. Okay, Nigeria's leading herbal medicine manufacturing company, Yemkem International, has taken its herbal medicine to United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland. Verozil Immune Booster, Verozil Immune Booster, Vision Pro for blurry eyes, and Titanic K2 for men are now available at Abbey Global Foods in United Kingdom. You can call them on this number +44 and in Dublin, Ireland at MT Venture. You can call this line +353 899 Yemkem products are 100% natural, tested and trusted. Now, all right, let's have Matthew. Let's have Raphael back here. We just went to the market. We need to come back to what we have here. Raphael, the portfolios are out.
Yes.
And we expect this set of ministers to deliver.
Let me tell Mike, I come here to bury Caesar. I did not come here to pet Caesar or to paint him gold or even to praise him, to praise Caesar. My name is Ralph Tresvant. I'm telling you that this ministerial appointment has still exposed another ghost of illiteracy, hypocrisy, mediocrity, nepotocracy, favoritism, nepotism, dulats as in person, that is a dunce. The last degree level of what? Incompetence. That is what I term or called this ministerial appointment. How could somebody that has no foreknowledge of sports could be made minister of sports in Nigeria? Last week it was rumored that the minister of sports in Nigeria was JJ Okocha. I even said yes, this gentleman labored for Nigeria. But these political usurpers, vampires, Draculas, armed robberies, they have not seen anything good in doing Nigerians good. They are treating us because we are all, let me use the word, unwell. If you know the meaning of the word unwell, physically you are not fit. And you cannot reason well. See, by me looking at you, you can't look good. Nigerians are unwell. Mentally, they are not balanced. Are you listening to me? They come out with all manner of ministerial appointments, people that are not supposed to be filled in that gap, in that office position, they take them there. Because they are all geese and genders that flock work together. They reason together, they work together. In the dark, they meet at their own occultic covens. See, the people that are in charge of that ministerial appointment, let me tell you, they are clueless people. Empty skulls, empty-headed leaders. See, what is proliferating in Africa now? Let me tell you, that's why the West gang up and made sure that they eliminated Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi of Libya. Because they know that Muammar Gaddafi of Libya is meant well for Africa, which is why he's calling for the United Africa. Muammar Gaddafi dreamed a unity, a united Africa. Muammar Gaddafi dreamt a dream. The kind of Africa that has come, that is supposed to what? Silence together, partner together, and bring this continent out of European slavery. See, let me tell you, this appointment you say, I want to remember for you that Tinubu could not manage well the office of the presidency. Tinubu has now been telling the whole world that he is the Minister of Petroleum. This is a dying man that cannot even take care of the office of the presidency, let alone taking care of office of the NNPC. Do you know that NNPC as an institution, Petroleum institution, is a country, and the administration of a country on its own. Because you manage that institution well, Nigeria will get out of this rubbish situation we found ourselves in. Now that Tinubu has headed NNPC, I don't have any trust in that company again, that institution. Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation is gone. I'm telling you, if care is not taken, he's going to sell it and collect the money at the back. I'm telling you the truth. I know him.
What do you mean by that?
Listen, he is the smartest criminal politician we have in Nigeria.
Well, the then president didn't sell it.
No. The president then did not sell it. You can't actually predict if Tinubu is not going to sell NNPC. Tinubu ruled Lagos State from 1999 till date. Yes. They wanted to sell it before. Haven't you heard that Aliko Dangote wanted to sell NNPC? I don't come here to paint anybody or to fear anybody. I come here to talk as a public analyst. And if anybody doesn't like what I say, you can come after me. I don't care. My God is with me. Tinubu is coming here to buy NNPC. You will be shocked one day. Unless his post is not lasted for 4 years. Tinubu is not having can never ever have any reason whatsoever to head Minister of Petroleum. I know that the previous presidents, they held that position, they managed the petroleum from Obasanjo started. Are you listening to me? But Tinubu, due to his feeble, feeble, incapacitated health condition, his medication reports does not imply that he has NNPC. It is wrong. Somebody that could not manage his office well, somebody that cannot just stay 30 or 20 minutes in a summit, he will just doze off and sleep. We have no infantry, no capacity or ability so far to manage NNPC. Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation manage what? I know that he had that previous record of managing Mobile and other oil companies, but the age is too deteriorating. The kind of aging position he is now, we use it in the biology, we call it age of declinity. It declines, it deteriorates on daily basis. Such deplorable age condition of a man, let me tell you, conditioned man can never ever do otherwise. He's supposed to manage himself with all his technical teams, the ones that will managing him as his psychologist, the one that will be managing him as his aides, following him wherever he goes. That is only he should be doing now. Not extending his tentacles. Listen to me. Go and investigate.
Has he done that before?
Listen and listen. You say what?
Has he bought government properties before?
All over Lagos. See, let me tell you.
Are you sure?
We know what we are saying. Don't tell me this. See, your NEPA bill you are paying, Tinubu is part of the ESCOs. You don't know? That article is part of the ESCOs. You don't know? That Obasanjo, Nwike, all of them, Jonathan himself, they are all ESCOs. Discos, thank you. They collect Ikeja Exchange, go and see the names. The oil subsidy you are fighting for, removal of subsidy, who are the payees? You know the meaning of payees? Who are the people benefiting from the payment of oil subsidy? Tinubu is number one now. These are what we are seeing. These are what we are unfolding that are hidden under the carpet. When I come here to talk, that's why I just introduced myself as Ralph Tresman, who has come here not to paint anybody gold or blue. But if you don't like what I'm saying, you can come here and confront me. Let us argue it. He is not supposed to be in that ministerial post of NNPC because his age is going. He is going as a haggling and higgling economics. Going, gone. He is gone. He's supposed to give that position to an able-bodied, hot-blooded man to handle that position so that everybody will see an NNPC as the heartbeat of Nigeria. But this time around, with him being there, many people will take that as an excuse. They will cling on that. And our NNPC, the so-called the heartbeat of Nigeria, will be bleeding from every corner. They will be puncturing it. They will be puncturing the NNPC. It will be bleeding. Then he himself, Tinubu, is a man I know that is insatiable. He is insatiable with money. He would like to acquire the money that belongs to the whole world. He would like to lie down on billions upon billions of dollars when he dies. And they're going to bury him with dollars. See, that position is gone. Don't you know that Alpha told you that Tinubu will sell NPC? That's our brother that comes here. That's our Baba. Alpha. Alaji has been happy on it, dancing, jumping up. He said one day Tinubu will grab it. Must I jump up and talk so that you guys will believe me? See, Tinubu's position as Minister of Petroleum has exhumed another international ghost in this country. Like a high school attitude of Nigerians. TUC are there. NLC are there. They could not come to the street. They could not come to the front page of camera and tell the whole world what is up and what is going on here. Nigeria is going downward, and all the world.
Are you telling us that the selective process is wrong?
Yes, the selective process, it is called favoritism. It is called sentimental kind of appointment, an appointment. Do you know what? You are appointing whacks, people that don't have expertise of that position or that department. The expertise is thrown into the dustbin this time around. The ethics is thrown into the gutter this time around. Because you can't appoint me a finance minister when I don't have full knowledge of what it takes to be a finance minister. I've neither worked in the bank before, nor been included in any economical team of any past government or present. So you don't put me in the finance department, you put me on the department after going through my documents. And even if you go through my documents, you should take me to the upper legislative chamber for screening.
But we have a brilliant lawyer heading the Aviation Ministry.
Thank you so much. They are all lawyer, barrister, thieves.
Festus Keyamo, very brilliant.
Barrister, thieves. That is what Festus Keyamo that has been casting down Obi, saying all manner of things against Obi. What did the Obi do? What did the Obi do? Kula was accusing Obi this morning that Obi has an account, Pandora account, this is account. Yes, somebody's account in Pandora. He will expose it to Nnakunle. Nnakunle will know the account that Obi is having in Pandora. Nnakunle Mulukunle no Tuesday will come and tell the whole world the meaning of the account that Obi suffered for himself in Panama. Nnakunle should leave Otu State and come explain to the whole world. Nnage, they are about the whole world. Go to Otu State. Mike, I need to get away here because I don't want to contact some contagious communicable disease. You know me, I'm a healthy man. Thank you. So this guy, see, come and clean the split you put on the. Can we find a way to clean?
No, just stop from there.
Okay.
Just stop from there. Don't worry.
Okay, never talk.
I know this guy is coming in here. I think it's more of a tribal bigot. I've known him from a while for a while. When you are criticizing people that have run this country economy down, either it's a penny he got, either it's a penny he did not get. But we know he got more than penny under Jonathan administration. Obi was chairman of Stock Exchange Commission. Obi was part of the members of Jonathan Advisory Financial District. Then they could not advise Jonathan then, well, that there was certain money missing in the treasury account, the oil reserve account. And these people turning their Obi to saints, Obi that did not organize local government election in the states. Look at the whole Anambra now, erosion. They are being worried about erosion. These people just come in and start selling dooming to us. They think we don't travel. They think we are not knowledgeable. We are in Lagos doesn't mean we don't go around. Nevertheless, I've never been to Southeast, but I've been around nearly all the states in the South here. And North, nearly some few states in the North likewise. I've been around. I won't just sit down in the corridor of one place in Ogba here and start shouting, boo, 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 boo. These people, they need to be reorientated. And that's my own stake. Why did citizens, youth, can just wake up and turn themselves to fascists or turn themselves to extremists?
Yeah, you have just said it that Tinubu will acquire government properties to himself.
Who is saying that for God's sake? That means that is what that's the poison they are planting in them.
He said, that's
the poison. That's the poison. Those kind of people, they always ended up being a failure. Now, with your attitude now, you should tell me their allies. Their allies are detaching away from them. Now, if you want to be president now, you need an inclusive supporters.
He said he did it in Lagos. He acquired certain public properties to himself.
If he acquired, I want to tell somebody like what's it called, Raf. When Lagos was Lagos, where was it? When Lekki, that they turned to Lekki, was Morocco, where was this guy? When, what's it called, Onikoyi, that turned to Pavio, where was this guy? I schooled around that area. I went to college Osborne. This is about, you see Abacha House, Defense Staff House, you see my school. Not too far. They should go and Google, they should go and verify. And I'm here to provide myself for verification. But these people, they will just come, what they planted in them. I mean, when we were growing up, we were moving with a lighting set of those kind of people we have around now. But this one, when you lack education, you lack all
When you lack information, you lack call. You just come and defaming everybody you see. Your own is to abuse this one. They say charity begins at home. We are not talking like that to start abusing our father. You know, so I mean, yeah. Let me just put it wrong right.
I appreciate you for your contribution. I appreciate your contribution. Let me tell you, viewers, that Flip TV is the right place for you to place your advert. I'm talking about bystanders at newsstands. Right place for you to place your advert. You can place your adverts here every day. The goods and services now we propagated to the world. And quickly, this was coming from Yemkem International Prince Akintunde Ishola Ayene, that's the CEO of Yemkem International. Now, Nigeria's leading herbal medicine manufacturing company, Yemkem International, has taken its herbal medicine to the world, to the United Kingdom, the Republic of Ireland. Verozil Immune Booster. Verozil Immune Booster. Vision Pro for blurry eyes and Titanic K2 for men are now available at Abbey Global Falls in United Kingdom. You have we have your numbers here. Let me call it to you viewers in case you need these products. +447949812271. These are the numbers to call. +4479 498-12271. And in Dublin, Ireland at MT Venture, you have this number that you can call. +353899531647. Yemkem products are 100% natural, tested and trusted. Neil, let's have you right here. Good morning to you, Neil.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Very well.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Now, some say when you take a critical look at the portfolios of these ministers, that they are nothing but political compensation and a strategy by the president on certain plans, which I don't know. Now, let's look at the era of Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, and the then president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, when they had the likes of Obi Ezekwesili, likes of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, nominated in their cabinet. I think these were good technocrats. These were good nominees at that point in time. Why don't we have such persons right here? Because Nigerians are complaining that these are nominations of politicians, these are ministers that were recycled. These are former governors. These are Tinubu's, pals, friends that are put or assigned to key positions. What's your take on it?
Thank you for having me, Mr. Mike. You took me back to our ugly past of Obasanjo. You see, Obasanjo brought in some technocrats, quite all right, but those technocrats could not institutionalize their successes. What do I mean and how do I mean? Ordinarily, under the Obasanjo era, those technocrats that he brought on board, they should have digitized all the processes of the federal government. All their administrative processes should have been digitized. We shouldn't be having, all these files, systems, taking books in the hospital, especially in the hospitals and all that, especially in our education sector, or especially in our land reforms. Everything should have been digitized. But what Obasanjo still did was, they still created rooms for corruption to thrive, right? Under Obasanjo, we saw the biggest level of corruption. But let me put that aside. We are in the present. To me, these ministerial portfolios and these guys that were being nominated, to me, Summarily, I think that portfolio is 51% round pegs in round holes.
51%,
51 to 55%.
not 80%.
No. The 45% covers the policy side of it. Globally, every government would engage both the expertise of the technocrats and politicians. For as much we are concerned, he's already planning for the next election. Now, the likes of Wale Edun, the likes of Ali Pate, the likes of Bello, Tunji, the likes of the Minister of Power, what's this guy's name? Lazarus. They are saying there are no technocrats. I'm not sure you've seen the list of the portfolios, the ministers. Those are sound, erudite, brilliant people in their own, in their own size.
You're talking about technocrats.
And look at David Umahi. David Umahi, no matter what you want to say, he's a technocrat. Wike, no matter what you want to say, he is a technocrat. Badaru, the Minister of Defense, they call him calculator. He's an outstanding accounting personnel. Look at Eno, the Minister of Sports. I'm not sure you've read through it. Look at the Minister of Education. Those guys are critical technocrats. Matawale is a politician. And you see that Asiwaju did something. He was able to put most of those politicians, he was able to put them as deputy. That means he put them in the second level of Minister of State. Matawale is Minister of Defense for states. Okay, so just like that, Boyega Oyetola is a technocrat. Go through his CV. I used to ask people a question. I said, Obi Ezekwesili, who contested 2019 to be the president under, I think, Abga. Is she a politician or a technocrat? Some people said she is not a full-time politician. Nonsense. Is Obi a technocrat or a politician? They call it technopolitics. I mean technopole. They call them technopole. He is a technocrat and also a politician. Is Asiwaju a technocrat or a politician? He's a technopole. I'm so happy that Asiwaju will handle the petroleum resources. Asiwaju was able to rise through the ranks in the ExxonMobil in the late 80s to the 90s, where he gathered his private experiences. This is a man who rose to the level of national treasurer. These things are verifiable. I understand people are still having the hangover of Buhari's failures as a Minister of Petroleum. They are still having the hangover that why should Asiwaju be made Minister of Petroleum? But this man, during his years as a worker in the ExxonMobil, he was a very, meticulous and a brilliant treasurer in that system. He handled a project. They call it maybe also Padec or 80s or something. They call it also Condense 8. He headed that. He was the editor there. It was that project that he headed that they gave him a promotion. The stories are there, but everybody doesn't want to believe the stories. It's so unfortunate.
Are these guys likely to deliver?
Now, are you talking of the ministers?
The ministers.
Will Umahi deliver? What is his antecedent as the state governor of Ebonyi State? Will what's it called? Wale Edun, will he deliver? Look at his global experiences. Look at the accolades he has earned to himself. People are skeptics. I understand people are actually praying for this man to fail. And the truth is, you are praying for this man to fail. Will it not affect your own life?
You listen to what Raphael said.
Raphael is a solution. I don't want to join argument with him. He's a solution. Obi lost. A student, he remains, will only prove to us that he is brilliant when he passes his WAEC and JAM. If he answers questions in classes, that is not a definition of him being brilliant. It is when he passes his exams. And the exam in Nigeria was the election. All right? Yes, we understand the election is being contested. But I must break it. Let me break the news. Nothing is going to happen because this man actually won. The reality is Obi should have joined forces with Atiku. But nobody wants to believe that. And that's the plain truth. And it is right there. Everybody is saying it. But that aside, these guys, you know why Asiwaju will succeed? In his economic policy advisory, there's something we call performance and execution department. That performance and execution department, their sole duty is to place those ministers on a monitoring and evaluation scheme, whereby there will be a compensation plan, and then there will also be a prosecution, measures to be applied. You as a minister,
That's to checkmate
that is justice. That is justice. Okay, we are about to see a man who has garnered experience in the corporate industry now governing us, and I think we should be happy for that. But people are not just. I mean, what we have today now, most especially those obedient. I just wonder, like, perhaps they have another country. We all have to come together. If Asiwaju had lost, I would support Obi to succeed, because I know if he succeeds, my businesses, my life, everything will get better. Okay? Look at one of the brilliant innovations, the NNPC and Asiwaju made about, getting a loan. Look at what they did about that. Look at how they went about it. They didn't need to go through the ways and means. They didn't need to go to IMF, who we know they've always been giving us strangulating interest rates. These guys went to IMF back the resources that we have not been able to tap. And I could recall during the campaign season, Asiwaju said some things like this. He said, we would invite IOCs, international oil companies. We would go into some deals whereby we would have discounted deferred, we'll give them this, they will give us our money, though it might be discounted, and then we give them what? Tax breaks, deferred tax breaks for a period of years. We'll come together on a table, we analyze it. Probably in the next 10 years, we're supposed to have made 100 billion. But because we need only urgently, because we are broke, you know what? We're going to give you a tax break. Maybe instead of we charging you 10% tax, let us give you 5% tax for the next 7 years. Give us maybe 20 billion. That is a way. And this is what it means, financialism. Asiwaju wrote a book called Financialism. In that book, there's a quote that said that drawing water from a dry well. All right, so this man is going to succeed. He needs the support of every one of us. I understand that he cannot be liked by everybody, but what everybody should do is that we should love this nation, this Nigeria, and I believe Nigeria will move forward.
Just be sincere with yourself.
Yeah.
Are these choices good for Nigeria? Looking at the current upsurge in the country.
You mean the ministers?
Yes, the ministers.
Are
these choices good for
I just told you.
I just want to be sincere.
Yes, I am sincere.
Because I'm reading comments here.
I just told you now that 55% of the ministers are round pegs in round holes. If you are
even someone like Festus Keyamo.
I said 55%.
Definitely.
Listen, a minister.
Definitely.
Listen.
It's not all good to go. Right?
But it's above average.
Above average, 55%. Not even. I thought you would say 80% or 90%.
Then I won't be sincere. That's me being sincere, telling you that 55%. Look at Dele Alake. Dele Alake, we all expected him to be, giving the Minister of Information. But he was assigned to solid minerals. Yeah. Dele Alake is a very brilliant person, and is very outspoken, and is very hyperactive. I think one of the failures we've always had is, appointing docile persons to that ministry. Okay? Festus Keyamo, who has been loud, now he has every right to prove himself to be an efficient and a competent person. For him to be a Minister of Aviation and Aerospace, whatever that is, development and all that, he might not necessarily know, but he could engage the expertise of special advisors, and then he can study on the job. Okay, he can learn on the job. But the major critical aspects of this government, the major departments, we have the round pegs in the round holes. Look at the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Palliative Measures. We have Beta Adu, who happens to be the youngest. Look at the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. We have, is it Bosu? Look at the Ministry of Marines and Blue Economy. We have Tunji Ojo. These are all technocrats. Look at Wale Edu, a technocrat. Look at because he's going to handle the Ministry of Finance. Look at the Minister of Education. Look at the Minister of Health, Ali Pate. So those are the critical things. Then Minister of Works. What everybody is look at Minister of Power. We have Lazarus, also equally a technocrat. What we need are those are the major aspects that we need.
This is an APC guy. That's what someone has written here.
No, thank you very much.
I really appreciate you for your analysis. Our viewers across the globe, we really appreciate you for joining us on today's edition of this program. It's been a wonderful time with you guys across the globe. Of course, I can see you, but if you are seeing me, you are also seeing the reviewers. And we really appreciate you for keeping in touch with us. Please make sure you share the videos, like, comment. We would love you to do that for us. And on this note, I say goodbye to you on today's edition of this program. Behind the camera, before I go, David Daniel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Viewers, we'll join you tomorrow. Bye for now. All right.
All right.